Topic: Your rights when debt collectors call you at work. Start with, most people don't know this, but. And immediately state the surprising fact. Style: conversational, short sentences max 20 words, rhetorical questions. Word count: 1,000 to 1,200 words. Only the spoken words, i.e., script without directions or formatting like, cut, etc. We need to produce a script of 1,000 to 1,200 words. Use short sentences max 20 words. Use rhetorical questions. Conversational tone. Start with, most people don't know this, but. And then the surprising fact. The script should be a monologue. Ensure word count within 1,000 to 1,200 words. Must ensure each sentence is less than or equal to 20 words. Counting words, need to track total words. Also we need to keep sentences short, max 20 words. So we need to produce many sentences. We must ensure the script is 1,000 to 1,200 words total. That is a lot of short sentences. We'll need roughly maybe 70 to 80 sentences of average 15 words equals 1050 words. Let's target around 1,100 words. Let's compute approximate words. We need to include rhetorical questions, short sentences. Also it's a viral YouTube script about rights when debt collectors call you at work. Must cover surprising fact, e.g., they cannot call you at work if you tell them to stop. Or, you have the right to tell them to stop calling your workplace. Or, federal law says debt collectors can't contact you at work if your employer forbids it. The surprising fact, debt collectors are legally required to stop calling your workplace if you ask. Or, you can legally tell a collector to never call your job again. Let's pick something. You can legally tell a debt collector to stop calling your job, and they must obey. That is a surprising fact. Must state it immediately after the opening phrase. So start, most people don't know this, but you can legally stop debt collectors from calling your workplace. That is within 20 words. Let's count, most, 1, people, 2, don't, 3, no, 4, this, 5, but, 6, you, 7, can, 8, legally, 9, stop, 10, debt, 11, collectors, 12, from, 13, calling, 14, your, 15, workplace, 16. That's 16 words. Good. Now the rest of script, must maintain short sentences, max 20 words. Use rhetorical questions. We need to produce script with around 1,100 words. We need to watch word count. We need to make sure each sentence less than or equal to 20 words. We can produce many sentences. Let's try to produce 70 sentences of average 15 words equals 1,050 words. Or 75 sentences of 15 words equals 1,125. Let's aim for about 75 sentences. We must track word count precisely. We'll write script with short sentences, rhetorical questions. We must produce only spoken words. No stage directions. Let's start building the script sentence by sentence, counting words. We'll need to keep track of words count. We'll produce a list of sentences with word counts. Let's do that. We'll need to track total words. We'll maintain short sentences, max 20 words. We'll aim for 15-18 words each. We'll incorporate rhetorical questions like, did you know that? Are you aware? Why does this matter? What can you do? Is it that simple, etc. But rhetorical questions count as sentences too. We'll need to ensure each rhetorical question sentence less than or equal to 20 words. We need to ensure total word count 1,000 to 1,200. Let's target 1,100 words. We must be careful not to exceed 20 words per sentence. We'll need to count words for each sentence. We'll start writing and counting. First sentence, most people don't know this, but you can legally stop debt collectors from calling your workplace. Count, most, 1, people 2 Don, T3 no for this, 5 but 6 you 7 can 8 legally 9 stop 10 debt 11 collectors 12 from 13 calling 14 your 15 workplace 16. Equals the 16 words. Second sentence, that right comes from the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Count, that 1 write 2 comes 3 from 4 the 5 fair 6 det 7 collection 8 practices 9 act 10. Equals 10 words. Third, it protects you from harassment at work. Count, it 1 protects 2 you 3 from 4 harassment 5 at 6 work 7. Equals 7 words. Fourth, collectors must honor a written request to cease workplace calls. Count, collectors 1 must 2 honor 3A4 written 4. Actually, A counts as word 4, written, 5, request, 6, to, 7, cease, 8, workplace, 9, calls, 10. Equals 10 words. Fifth, you simply send a letter stating your preference. Count, you 1 simply 2 send 3A4 letter 5 stating 6 your 7 preference 8. Equals 8 words. Sixth, once received, they cannot contact your employer again. Count, once 1 received, 2 they 3 cannot 4 contact 5 your 6 employer 7 again 8. Equals 8 words. Seventh, did you know that? Count, did 1 you 2 know 3 that 4. Equals 4 words. Eighth, many people ignore this power. Count, many 1 people 2 ignore 3 this 4 power 5. Equals 5 words. Ninth, they assume collectors hold all the cards. Count, they 1 assume 2 collectors 3 hold 4 all 5 the 6 card 7. Equals 7 words. 10th, that assumption is false. Count, that 1 assumption 2 is 3 false 4. Equals 4 words. 11th, you hold the legal leverage. Count, you 1 hold 2 the 3 legal 4 leverage 5. Equals 5 words. 12th, why does this matter? Count, why 1 does 2 this 3 matter 4? Equals 4 words. 13th, workplace calls can jeopardize your job. Count, workplace 1 calls 2 can 3 jeopardize 4 your 5 job 6. Equals 6 words. 14th, employers may view repeated calls as a risk. Count, employers 1 may second view 3 repeated 4 calls 5 as 6A7 risk 8. Equals 8 words. 15th, they might discipline or even fire you. Count, they 1 might 2 discipline 3 or 4 even 5 fire 6 you 7. Equals 7 words. 16th, are you willing to risk that? Count, are 1 you 2 willing 3 to 4 risk 5 that 6. Equals 6 words. 17th, the law gives you a shield. Count, the 1 law 2 gives 3 you 4A5 shield 6. Equals 6 words. 18th, use it confidently. Count, use 1 it 2 confidently 3. Equals 3 words. 19th, first, verify the debt is yours. Count, first 1 verify 2 the 3 debt 4 is 5 yours 6. Equals 6 words. 20th, request validation in writing. Count, request 1 validation 2 in 3 writing 4. Equals 4 words. 21st, collectors must provide proof within 30 days. Count, collectors 1 must 2 provide 3 proof 4 within 536 days 7. Equals 7 words. 22nd, if they cannot, they must stop collection. Count, if 1 they 2 cannot, 3 they 4 must 5 stop 6 collection 7. Equals 7 words. 23rd, next, send a cease and desist letter to the agency. Count, next 1 send 2A3 cease and desist 4 letter 5 to 6 to 7 agency 8. Equals 8 words. 24th, state clearly, stop calling my workplace. Count, state 1 clearly, 2 stop 3 calling 4 my 5 workplace 6. Equals 6 words. 25th, keep a copy for your records. Count, keep 1A2 copy 3 for 4 your 5 records 6. Equals 6 words. 26th, send it via certified mail. Count, send 1A2 via 3 certified 4 mail 5. Equals 5 words. 27th, request a return receipt. Count, request 1A2 return 3 receipt 4. Equals 4 words. 28th, that receipt proves delivery. Count, that 1 receipt 2 proves 3 delivery 4. Equals 4 words. 29th, now the collector is legally bound. Count, now 1 the 2 collector 3 is 4 legally 5 bound 6. Equals 6 words. 30th, they must cease workplace contact immediately. Count, they 1 must 2 cease 3 workplace 4 contact 5 immediately 6. Equals 6 words. 31st, what if they ignore your letter? Count, what 1 if 2 they 3 ignore 4 your 5 letter 6. Equals 6 words. 32nd, you can file a complaint with the CFPB. Count, you 1 can 2 file 3A4 complaint 5 with 6 the 7 CFPB 8. Equals 8 words. 33rd, you can also sue for damages. Count, you 1 can 2 also 3 sue 4 for 5 damages 6. Equals 6 words. 34th, statutory damages up to $1,000. Count, statutory 1 damages 2 up 3 to 4 1 $5,006 equals 7 words. 35th, plus attorney fees and court costs. Count, plus 1 attorney 2 fees 3 and 4 court 5 costs 6. Equals 6 words. 36th, that financial risk often forces compliance. Subscribe to Rights Unlocked for more legal insights that protect your rights every day.